Hey there, how y'all doing? This is Data on Trail coming to you from one of the other home offices in our house. I'm borrowing it today because Mrs. Data is doing some other stuff out in the main part of the house and my gear room is a wreck. But I wanted to jump on here real quick and update you all on the status of my recovery from my hernia surgery. As you might remember, about 2 weeks ago today I had a Da Vinci version of laparoscopic hernia surgery where they put a mesh in and used a robot to go in and fix the hernia problem that I had. And the first 2 weeks afterwards were a pretty slow recovery. The first couple of days in particular, I was pretty uncomfortable. There wasn't really a lot of pain, but there was a lot of discomfort. So it was swelling and felt like cramping or like indigestion. So I kept ice on it for a couple of days. I took a lot of NSAIDs, Aleve and naproxen, stuff like that, ibuprofen and acetaminophen. But I didn't have to take any of the opioid-based pain relievers they gave me because I wasn't really in pain. Again, it was just discomfort. So then I started walking a little bit at a time at first, and then more and more. I got up to where I'm at about 10,000 steps a day now, and this is without weight on my back and just kind of walking a 1 mile or 2 mile track in my neighborhood on level paved streets. But I was able to do that without too much discomfort by the beginning of the second week. And today I had the 2-week follow-up that they like for you to do after an operation. And I saw my physician's assistant, and he went through the normal evaluation of how the operation had gone, both with a physical exam and talking to me a bit about what it had been like. And it seems like my recovery is on track. So I've been cleared now to begin training to go back to hike the Ice Age Trail in the AT. Yay! Because I'm going about stir crazy. I wasn't able to lift anything that weighed more than 10 pounds, so basically like a gallon of milk for the past 2 weeks. And so I couldn't lift any weights at all. I couldn't put a pack on, couldn't do anything like that. Couldn't even push the push lawnmower. But now I can. Now I've been cleared to go back up to 15,000 steps a day for training, which is about 7.5 miles, something like that. I'm even cleared to go ahead and do that with up to 25 pounds, although my PA said that he suggests I start off more 10 or 15, and then each day I do it, stop and evaluate a half an hour to an hour afterwards. How does my abdomen feel? Is it swelling? Am I having discomfort or pain? Things like that. But as long as I don't have a return or increase in the discomfort, then it turns out the exercise is actually really good for recovery after a hernia surgery once you get over the initial swelling. It helps to exercise the muscles in the abdomen and the other fibers, and the mesh that's been installed is busy being welded in those layers of my abdomen, basically, by having scar tissue form around it and sort of integrating it into the rest of my body. So he seemed to think from the physical exam and the discussion it's going well enough that I can ramp up the training a little bit. I'm still probably 4 weeks out from my first hike. That'll be 6 weeks post surgery. And that's going to be a short hike up on the Ice Age Trail, and I'm going to have a longer hike on the AT, probably about 8 weeks out from the surgery, so 6 weeks out from now. And that's roughly, and that's depending on how all this training goes. But it was a really good visit. I'm really happy with the results of the surgery. I went to Northwestern Hospital here in the western suburbs of Chicago, and they did a really nice job, really good from a customer service standpoint, and also educating me on the various implications of the surgery choices I was making. So it's all really good news on the hernia recovery front, and I do get to get back to training now. I'll have some videos coming up now that I'm going to start training to kind of let you all know how, if I have any kind of recurrence of discomfort or pain from the hernia operation recovery, or if things are going well. I'm also going to have a couple of videos coming out fairly soon with some new gear unboxing. I'm changing a couple of things about my setup, more to lighten it up and make it a little smaller. And then I'll probably do a little bit of an announcement about those 2 hikes that I have coming up that are going to be, 6 weeks to 2 months out. But I'll save those because those plans are still really in formation. I'll save those for probably a couple weeks from now. So I hope y'all are having a good day, and I'm just really happy to report back that my hernia surgery recovery has gone really very well at this point. So hope y'all are having a good day.